Didn't mean to select that. Not that it really matters much. I won't have it on starting from this point every time. Just the first one. So I at least wanted to show off, like the opening credits, the intro, that sort of thing. Uh, yes, I will. I do have episode one clear data. Earn swimsuit for Ziggy and Cosmos. Okay then. Uh, yeah, okay, I guess that's fine. Hold on, hold on. I see that there's no sound. Okay, let me just fix that. There we go.
I see.
Interesting, you say.
Well, if I get anything unusual from you, I'm cutting the bypass to the navigator immediately. I can operate this thing fine by myself.
Roger.
Always good to know that there's a contingency plan. And I'm convinced that's my internet doing that.
From our objective. Plus, I'd say the defensive network we saw on the way down takes out the idea of an airborne approach.
We'll go by ground then. Fortunately, the rubble from the burned-out buildings should provide us enough cover to cross the city unnoticed.
Unnoticed,
Agreed.
you say?
We'd better get moving. We don't have much time.
Not much time? Does this have something to do with the URTVs? Those designer children?
Yes, that's right. We need to protect them from the coming crisis. If and when it occurs.
You do realize that's a different story from what I heard in my official briefing.
No doubt. As the Federation Government Special Forces, the URTVs were sent in ahead of the invasion. I'm sure you understand what they represent in the conflict against the UTIC organization.
Right. I understand that they're bioweapons sent in to sever the link between the UTIC's mobile weapons fleet and their source of power, the Zohar.
The higher-ups have complete confidence in the URTVs. They are the military's trump card. Unfortunately, the brass are also blind to the potential dangers of the URTVs.
Fascinating. I hadn't realized the situation was so desperate.
The game can provide me information on that. I can look that up once I get control. Which might be right about now-ish. Yep. Let's see. Maybe I don't have access to that just yet. Oh well. Yep, and obligatory fourth wall breaking. Smaxy. Of course, I can always just destroy both of them. Power shields. Is that something I can equip?
tell me, what exactly are we expecting to happen here?
Well, the problem is that the URTVs aren't merely machines. They're real people, with their consciousness intact. The system that currently controls the Zohar was actually designed to be used for the UMN transport system. However...
Yes.
Well, they experimented with the transport of living beings numerous times, but every attempt ended in failure.
According to the records, 99.76% of them were killed instantly.
However, it seems that on very rare occasions, there were survivors. They didn't exist as people anymore, though. They were just things, never able to recover their consciousness, the very element that made them human.
Mental breakdown.
Lieutenant General Helmer concluded that if contact with the system led to the destruction of the human mind, then even the URTVs created as the system's antithesis might be affected. Therefore, if the URTVs were to suffer a mental breakdown, then likely the Zohar, a source of infinite energy, would spiral out of control. That would be devastating.
And yet, the General Staff decision wasn't overturned. I suppose that's where we come in.
Am I in control again, or what? Aha! Combat time. Okay, let's see how this goes. Movement order is still in that corner, that's fine. Apparently Gnosis will still be a thing. Looks like that one would be the one attacking me first, so... Oh, wow. Okay, so I can see their hit points, at least for the time being. And boosting is still a thing, okay. Oh, R1, okay. So attacking and stuff will charge the EC, and I can use that to do special things. And event slot. Random, okay. Critical hit, boost gauge, and skill points. So those look different, but they're actually the same. And ooh, event. The event from these random ones. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, they just look a little different is all. Might as well see what this... that looks like. Okay. And down you go. Yeah, I saw that in the corner. I haven't figured out where those items are. So that's a recovery. Okay. Can't find anything regarding equipping items. Oh, that's a trap. Oh, okay, so yeah. Let's see what that yellow one does. Stock bonus. Oh, okay. So that automatically gave me my max EC. Okay. Actually. And of course, that one goes off anyway, but that's fine. Just see what Ice Storm looks like. Okay then. Might as well just, even if it doesn't matter, just... Okay. Yay! The mech leveled. Okay. So there is something. Okay then. So what does the red one do? Not entirely sure what that did. Of course, oh, boost thing. Okay, right. So when there's only the one of me, there's not really much of a point to it. The game's being nice about giving me healing items.
is it? A pillar of light? And that sound. It's more than that. Music.
It's the Song of Nephilim.
You know what it is?
I can't believe it. Even Utic has to be aware of the danger of the song. What could possibly make them? No! If this keeps up...
That wasn't me.
It looks like they think we're the enemy. Any ideas?
Yeah, send an emergency IFF signal to let them know we're on their side. We can't let anything stop us. We have to reach our objective.
They should be receiving our IFF signal.
We'll see if they care.
Wait. Something's wrong.
What is this? What the? What's going on with them?
This is... It can't be.
We've disarmed.
Wait. Kanan, no. Don't listen to it. Close your mind.
Much for not being affected by this. Who are you?
Is he with us?
I don't know. But he's broadcasting an IFF.
Attention, unidentified craft. I've received your IFF signal. The other crafts have been tainted, but you seem unaffected. Are you an ally?
Well, it looks like this one's still sane. What do you think?
Getting out of here is our first priority right now. I think we should stick together.
Agreed.
Confirmed. IFF signal accepted. Stand by. I will now eliminate the affected Federation units.
Dodging bullets like it's nothing. Like I said, I'm sure at some point, probably whenever we meet up with Shion or whatever, I'll probably have access to... I know the first game had a database that explained that sort of thing. I presume that that'll be that's the same way here. Sword. Oh my.
Impressive. I guess that pilot is just as effective on foot as he is in his craft.
No doubt.
Truly amazing. Thanks for the assist. And you're?
I am Captain Jin Uzuki. You don't look like you're with the regular forces.
I recognize that last name.
Well, whoever you are, if you're still operational, I advise you to leave. This place affects people. Some stop being people altogether.
They stop being people?
Unfortunately, we can't leave. Not until we've completed our mission.
Your mission?
Forgive us, Captain. I am Chaos, and this is Kanan. I suspect that you're part of the landing operation, aren't you? Do you know where the URTV force is now? If so...
URTVs? Ah, the special units. Said to possess an anti-Udu retrovirus.
Our mission is to protect them. Please, if you know where they are, tell us.
Well, this is quite a coincidence. Although it's more than that. Fate, perhaps. In any case, I will take you.
On foot? I guess on foot. It doesn't take very long to check the memory card. I know some games that they seem to take their sweet time on it. And you have you can heal. For skill learning. I'll go into that later, I guess. I already have a double attack? Oh, okay. Well, I think part of it was that I wasn't having my headset actually on my head. It was like hanging around my neck because I'm actually listening to my TV. So I guess that would do it.
May we be victorious in this battle.
Alright, so how is this different? The B and C sign on the left? Okay. So I guess the better the rank, the better the attack or something? I don't know. In the case the... Oh. Okay. Okay. I see. Yeah, I noticed that. And what does air and down mean, I wonder? Alright, it's the R button that I have to do that for. Anyway, and you got went down.
Opponent.
Okay, so triangle's low, square's medium, circle's high, and where I attack someone matters for that sort of thing. Can I get to that? I kinda wanna get to that, but I don't. Not sure if I can. I don't think I can get to that from here. Alright. Yeah, I guess down is just knocked to the ground, and I guess you can only be attacked. You can only use triangle attacks, and I guess going up, you get knocked into the air and can only be attacked by circle attacks. I guess that's.
Ashes to ashes.
Oh my. Well, we got the segment addresses again.
May we be victorious in this battle.
Here's the stop gauge. Ah, okay. Yeah, I believe that's what I did the first time, or in that first fight. Certain thing must be met. Okay. and now it's been met. Okay. It requires both characters to have 2 stock. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter who initiates it, I guess. Alright. Might as well.
Let's go.
Fancy. Okay, so let's just. Okay, so The tanks are C.
It's over. Is everyone okay?
I guess I get it. That can only be used once. I can only imagine how game breaky later moves would be otherwise. This is probably the way to that item I saw earlier.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Let's see, is there a way I can get across that? Not from here, I don't think.
There they are.
Oh, hello.
Could you please allow us through?
Probably not.
It's over.
Okay.
It's over.
Oh, wow, okay.
I hope there will be an end to the fighting.
Another med kit. I should probably be paying attention to my health, shouldn't I? Yeah, paying attention to my health is probably a good idea. Oh. Didn't realize those were being a targetable thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not sure what that accomplishes, but I... Ooh, hello.
Yeah.
And I don't have the... I don't have the code for that. Alright. Ah, I was too late.
There is no choice but to fight.
Okay. So it's a combination, not just what type of attack. Okay. That makes sense. At least now it does.
Accomplish nothing.
So this entire thing was a setup.
Exactly. It's all part of an attempt to make the UTIC organization, or should I say, all of Miltia, into a scapegoat. Even the Realian violence that we're seeing right now is nothing more than a brushstroke in the larger picture.
But who's behind this? And why?
UTIC is undoubtedly a cover for a greater power, still operating in the shadows. I believe that this power is manipulating the conflict between the Federation and the Miltian system, driving a sequence of events in order to get their hands on something very specific.
Like what?
The Y data.
The Y data?
I relieved an operative of this disk, and though I was only able to decode it partially, I discovered that all manner of data from all existing phenomena is gathered together within an area of space. And beyond that lies a special place only described in the Y data.
Captain Uzuki, how in the world did you acquire this information?
I have my ways.
Do you now? Save point. So one thing that I remember tinkering around with, it was the tech stuff, or no, it was the skills. Because apparently there's things that I can learn in here. Poison resist. So I have... So this is how I learn, like, both special moves and passive bonuses. Well, that's nice. Might as well have you do that. Well, let's see. What else? Analyze. Recall enemy zones? That sounds pretty good, actually. Sure. Ether defense is probably a good thing. Oh, and I got when I get all of them in a then I gain a bonus. Though I don't necessarily want the Class A from level 2, but those are ether attacks. Those are debuffs. Those are more debuffs. And I don't have access to what those are. Alright, fine. Ooh. Ha 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 ha. Oh my, a revive. That is good. That is good. Having a revive is always nice. Might as well see what those are. Oh. Even when I actually gain access to it, I don't have... It won't even tell me what they are. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, sure. So, at the moment, I'm presuming that... Ah, equip skills. And it looks like I can only equip 3. Okay, those I don't have to actually select. Okay. So enemy zones, I'm guessing that is like their weaknesses or something. Maybe, I don't know. Makes sense to me. Okay, moving on.
Ashes to ashes.
Oh my. Destroying a big thing.
Ashes to ashes.
I'll have to see how, if I get C points. I know I'm pretty sure I've been getting S points this whole time, but I'm gonna see if I get C points in combat.
All right. Here it is. You will find the URTVs in the lowest level.
All right. Captain Uzuki, thank you for bringing us this far. We'll take things from here.
Of course. As I said, it was fate. I wish I could go with you further. However, it's imperative that I complete my work on this data. I want to completely expose the shadow behind this conflict and drag it into the light. To do this, I'll have to access the mainframe here. Also.
What?
Oh dear. Hello.
I gave you far too much credit, Uzuki. I thought you were smarter than this.
I recognize you.
I never once thought you'd just come walking in through the front door.
Well, I thought you might be getting lonely, Colonel. So I figured I'd come pay you a visit.
Same old Uzuki. Neither your attitude nor your ability to bluff have shown improvement. No matter. The data you possess is no threat to us. You've got nothing.
Precisely why. I have some unfinished business here.
I see. You know what this means. Uzuki!
Oh dear. Boss fight!
May we be victorious in this battle.
Let's see if I can analyze you. See what data I get. Weak versus physicals. Okay. Yep, you got knocked into the air. Okay. Fortunately, I don't have the means of attacking you. Let's just... Down one and down two. Required resistance to physicals. Oh, great. Oh dear. Healing time now.
Unleash a fragment of that power.
Thank you for attacking somebody else. Thank you for evading. Didn't mean to stalk there. Hopefully you heal from... And actually you healed for a little less. Let's see. Okay. Think I did a good thing. Okay, so take advantage of that. Oh, really? Oh, okay. That was your move on death. Okay. And I do get C points. Although that might have been just because of... Maybe that was just because it was a boss fight. I remember there was 3 different types of points in the first game. Katana versus... I don't know if that's a cutlass or what, but... Oh dear. Yep, down we go.
You're a sad sight, Uzuki, even with your so-called reinforcements. Pathetic. You're out of your league. Why, it's clear now that you never even had a chance.
Captain, you're hurt.
Oh yeah, that's no small thing.
It's from earlier. It's nothing to worry about. If you'll pardon the cliché, it's just a scratch.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Huh. So it's begun. This planet is finished. There's no point in staying any longer. I think it's time we ended this. Once and for all. You dare to face me, maimed as you are? The only thing you've mastered is the art of futility.
You never know until you try, Colonel.
That's enough!
Oh my. Fire versus ice, who wins? Oh. The shots didn't impact each other. Oh dear. I was about to say Jin's still standing, but no. Oh my.
Now you see your death. I have always been your better in every way, Uzuki. It's something that old fool couldn't... What the...
Uh-oh! Down you go.
Kanan, take this.
That thing survived that whole conflict.
Storing it with you is safer than carrying it around.
It's not wrong.
Besides, there's somewhere else I must go.
What? You're not serious. Look, we're still mobile, Captain. You could come with us.
No, this is my own way of atonement. I can't turn back now.
But
Please, go on. Bring the truth of this conflict, the truth hidden in that data, to light. Please, do this one thing. For me.
Captain Uzuki,
I'm counting on you. So, farewell.
Oh, geez. You better be careful with that wound there. Oh, dear. Is the whole place coming down?
Kanan, look at that.
Uh-oh. Why are you just standing there? Be running now. Okay. Well, I guess that's the prologue, huh? Next stage. Okay. 14 years later. Aha, I thought so.
Congratulations, Kanan. This brings our total loss count to 127. I'd say that's a new record. I remember the first time as if it was yesterday. My son was born the next day.
How old is he now?
He starts junior high next month.
I see.
It's gotta be that shadow. I mean, think about it. Its influence severs your data link every time. If we only knew what it was, then we could access the data he gave you. Kanan, it's a summons from Representative Helmer. Could you go ahead and report today's results while you're there?
I'm not your secretary, you know.
But today is my son's birthday.
It's just a matter of how often he uses excuses like that.
I see. That's unfortunate, but I suppose it can't be helped.
I understand that it's data concerning the Miltian conflict. Is it really that important?
Yes, it is. The truth behind the conflict lies buried within it. The one who entrusted that data to you was a subordinate under my command. I had sent him in on an independent investigation.
Yes, Uzuki. Whatever happened to him?
I thought you were a model with suppressed emotions. Don't tell me you're concerned about him.
I'm just curious. He is the one who saddled me with this nuisance after all.
Don't worry about him. He's left the military. I hear he's doing fine. Now, I have another job I'd like you to undertake. Have a look at this. The
Momo!
100 series Realian prototype Momo will be executing a dive into her subconscious domain at the Administration Bureau. I'd like to request your assistance.
What's
Dive
the
into her
timeline?
subconscious?
I've been notified that our people have just now descended from orbit and landed at the spaceport. I'd be obliged if you could go and pick them up.
Sounds to me like there's more to it than that.
We've noticed a rise in recent activity from both the UTIC organization and the immigrant fleet. I think in times like these, it pays to take precaution.
Understood.
And who are these people?
Your Holiness, I have news concerning the matter of the Y data. Chief Inquisitor Margulis wishes to convey the details to you directly.
Very well.
Your Eminence, it is an honor to be in your presence.
Spare me your platitudes. I understand that the Realian in possession of the Y data has fallen into the hands of the Kukai Foundation. I trust you have an explanation for this?
Yes, Holiness. It is true that the 100 series prototype that holds the Y data is currently in the custody of the Kukai Foundation. Or rather, the Second Miltian government. However,
I trust you understand the significance of this situation.
according to the URTV Albedo, the Y data is secured by a form of high-level protection, only accessible at the UMN Control Center on 2nd Miltia. Hence, the current situation. Preparations for our next move are already underway.
Margulis. I've heard that the recent offensive against 2nd Miltia was the result of Cardinal Heinlein's manipulation of the Federation's military's upper ranks. What do you know of this?
I am afraid I possess no intimate details of that. I would presume that all of the Cardinal's decisions are made in the organization's best interest.
Your words. I would imagine it is safe for me to trust them.
I have sworn fealty to your holiness. I would never allow myself to be manipulated by ancient dogma.
Very well. Our fleet is considering an invasion of the demilitarized zone in the near future. I sincerely hope that you will not disappoint me.
I understand, your holiness. I vow to deliver you good news.
Margulis,
Holiness,
I don't like that URTV. It reminds me of someone vulgar. Be sure you remember that.
as you wish.
He's talking about Albedo. I don't like him either.
They get suspicious when they get old. The weaker they are, the louder they bark. Pellegrini, what's your status?
Everything is proceeding smoothly. I have Herman and Richard pursuing the target as we speak.
As this is an independent Inquisitor operation, I'm granting you permission to use the ES Issachar.
ES? You mean those 1,000-year-old relics? Do they still work?
The ES is equipped with the Vessel of Anima.
The Vessel of Anima.
The Vessel of Anima was discovered at the same time as the Zohar. Its power rivals the military might of an entire star system. Handle it with care. We can't afford for it to get damaged, particularly after the effort it took to restore it.
Understood.
More terms that we'd have to look up later. At this point, I'm still not sure where we are in the timeline compared to the first game.
6643. The anti-Gnosis battle android, Cosmos, while undergoing startup and field testing on board the Federation cruiser Woglinde, awoke during a Gnosis attack on the fleet. She initiated autonomous mode, even though that mode was still sealed, and has been fully operational ever since. Cosmos is acting under her own volition. However, there are many unstable elements in her emotional program, and further improvements will be required. After the escape from the Woglinde, we were rescued by the Elsa, a Kukai Foundation cargo ship. We are presently descending into 2nd Miltia in order to turn Cosmos over to Vector's 2nd R&D Division. Furthermore, while en route to Miltia, we took the 100 series observational Realian prototype, Momo, into custody. During this time, we were pursued by the UTIC organization and an individual called Albedo. Albedo's tenacious attack brought about the appearance of the Song of Nephilim and Proto-Merkaba. Cosmos' actions allowed us to overcome these crises. I believe this series of actions by Cosmos has been greatly influenced by her black box components left behind by the late Kevin Winnicott. This will likely become a major focus of our future research. Report author, Shion Izuki, Chief Engineer. Cosmos Development Project General Operations, Vector Industries, 1st R&D Division.
Well, that confirms the timeline now.
It's so good to be alive.
Yeah, no kidding. For a while there, I was kind of worried. But somehow we made it back.
I'm telling you, the crazy stuff the Chief pulls always keeps me on edge.
What are you saying? You make it sound like it was all my fault.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Hey, Cosmos! Thank goodness you were there. Man, you really saved us.
Thank you very much. I am happy to be of service.
Hey, we're gonna head over to the government office now. What are you all gonna do, Shion?
Well, we need to hand over Cosmos. I think I'll wander over to Vector's 2nd Division. Is that all right with you, Cosmos?
Acknowledged. That will not be a problem.
I see. Well, I guess you gotta do your job. You're gonna be here for a little while, right? Hey, maybe we can have some fun later.
That'd be great. I'll show you around this place, Momo.
Thanks. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, then. Shall we, Cosmos?
Please excuse us. Goodbye.
What the? Hey, Chief! Wait up!
I don't think she's on good speaking terms with you, dude.
I suppose we should get going, too.
Sorry. Could you wait just a little while? I'm going to report what's happened to the subcommittee. It appears that Dr. Misrahi has also arrived at Miltia as well, if you have a message for her.
Really? Mommy's here?
Yes.
Please let her know that I'm looking forward to seeing her.
Got it. I'll pass it along.
Alright. So which groupers am I focusing on first? Or is it still going to be more cutscenes?
All right. Continue your assignment until the delivery is complete.
Acknowledged. Dr. Mizrahi.
Yes, Xenosaga. Is there something else?
I am currently Ziggurat 8.
So it appears.
Momo is looking forward to seeing you.
I see. I too welcome your arrival.
You know, it almost sounds like she's scared to meet her.
Eavesdropping is not a very admirable pastime.
Say, old man, how about upgrading to a modern carbon-based body? I bet. If we applied combat Realian technology, we'd see some serious results.
There's no need to play around with extending my lifespan.
Sure about that? I bet Momo would be happy if you lived longer.
I'll pass,
Going that
thanks.
route, huh?
I have no desire to prolong things.
All right.
Remember, Ziggy had a
Who to
death
call
wish
if you ever
before he
change your
became
mind.
what he is now. And the whole prolific cutscenes is why I did longer streams for the first game, and I plan to do the same now. And again, whenever we get to the third game. Okay, so what? So you have nothing there. Right, I have to actually learn that first. See, is that... yeah. Go that route. Although I can only equip 3 at a time, I think it was. I probably won't go that route, at least not right now. Those are debuffs, and those are the mystery ones. Yeah. Don't have enough S points to actually learn any of these yet, but that'll be fine. Vitality and ether defense. That Alright! Dang swimsuit. Agility +1. Increased damage, skill point gain. That's actually pretty good. Huh. Interesting. Didn't think it would be there, but... I wonder if that'll, So... Still noticing that there really isn't any, I think I'll leave that on. That for now. Second booth from the right. Okay, so it's basically a synopsis of Xenosaga 1. Okay, yeah, I don't need to do that. How about you? You look... Oh, it's you. You see, I had... How... I wanted to equip those. Okay, now figure out where I'm supposed to go. Ah, hello, save point. You were just barely out of sight.
What did Mommy say, Ziggy?
All right. She seemed very busy.
Oh, I knew it.
She's one of the contact subcommittee's head members. I'm sure it's a demanding role.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I've got to do my best to help her out.
Why do I have the feeling something's about to happen? Like,
What the?
something like that, maybe. Yeah, there we go.
Junior, who are they?
Albedo? No, it's not him. It's too gentle for him.
I was thinking carjacking, but that's a little too on the nose there.
It's no good on auto. Somebody drive.
Ziggy, let me go.
Oh, Momo's gonna drive?
Hey, Momo.
Okay.
I'll do it. Junior.
Right. .2089. For it.
Okay.
Woo! Go, Momo, go! Oh, goodness. Oh, you're gonna bring the whole dang road down.
This might get rough.
It might? Now, it's definitely one of the newer Mario Karts for sure if she's pulling off stuff like that.
Right. We made it.
Hey, sit down, Junior. I don't want to get your head knocked off. That thing really a stick shift?
Junior. Fire extinguisher? Yes.
Boom! Oh, smoke screen. Alright. Any landing you can walk away from. Roof of second militia defense system number 6. So I have everyone? Yes, I do. And, okay, so Ziggy's reserve at the moment. Might as well assign my skills to you too. Oh, you still have the ones that I taught you. Good. I won't have to do it again. Might as well just have everyone learn that stuff. Oh, should always have reviving. Okay, so I don't have to equip those. Those are just there. Good. Alright, that's all taken care of. Still not sure where I can, like, upgrade my my armor and such. Feels like it should be in there somewhere, but... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Momo has a bow?
I've got no time for wusses like you.
Since when? Ha-ha! Says that's not the weapon that Momo was using in the first game, for sure. So, just to make sure... Okay, so Ziggy did not get any of those S points. Okay, good to know. Let me just check his experience and see. Is that at 90? Combo, combo, combo. And okay, go that way. And that's where that robot came in. So, can I... Okay, so I just use those straight from here. Okay. That makes sense. Okay then. Still feels like... Still feels like I'm missing something. I'm curious what happens when Momo destroys things. Oh, jeez! And I didn't turn around.
I won't hold back if you intend to fight us.
It's over. It's over.
I feel more like a combat model these days.
Alright, just to confirm, see if... Okay. So, Ziggy did receive XP. I don't know if it was the full XP from... Oh, okay. So using L2 and R2, I can switch through things real quick there. Okay, so she's got rather limited attacks, but it hits every zone. It seems interesting.
I wonder how long you'll survive.
It's over.
Here you go.
It's over.
We won!
Momo just kicks it. Oh dear. Let's see if I can heal before doing any of that noise. I thought that might have been a boss or something, but it doesn't appear to be.
I'll take care of support.
Let's see. Woo! Dodging!
Is everyone okay?
Okay. More scrap iron. Yeah, I was kind of wondering why Momo had a bow. She was using basically a beat stick last time. Definitely gives her a different range of attacks, for whatever it's worth. Okay. Just takes me back down. I apologize if I'm not paying much attention to chat, because, you know, I'm watching my TV. Because that's where the game is for me. Yeah, it's just a matter of where she got that thing from.
Guinan, we're headed for 2089. Tell Helmer to send backup.
Sorry. What's your heading?
2089!
Got it. Strange. What was I just doing?
Oh, something messed with his head.
Understood. I've already dispatched someone. I'll have him head to that point immediately. Damn. It's not even safe on land anymore.
Anything else here? Doesn't look like it. Now that looked kind of neat. Back. Oh, you're trying to get sneaky, aren't you? It ain't gonna work out for ya.
I won't hold back if you intend to fight us.
Eat this!
It's over. It's over.
Let's see, it was...
Eat this!
There we go. Although, I guess that thing can't be downed or something? Either that or I missed something. But he's down anyway.
We won!
Yay, levels. Ooh, revives.
There is no choice but to fight.
I do find it weird that there's no music until the whole thing loads in.
It's over.
Okay, yep, time. Well, time to take you out first.
It's over.
And now to
Ether drive!
heal you. Ah, now you're down.
Yeah. Eat this!
Nice.
Alright, let's call it a day.
What's my health looking like? I should probably. Is Ziggy's EP heal at some point? Because I know I had used some more abilities than that. Let's see. Still wondering what those are, that Class H thing is. Probably I'll never use those. Oh, that was a waste of a trap. Oh well. If I had known that was there, but I didn't. Uh-oh. I didn't think I could get away from that. Dang it. And yep, that's a sneak
I'll
attack.
take care of support.
That was a lot of damage. Dang. Ow. You Momo. Woo! Thank you. Put in another stock. Oh, of course you got to it before I did. Memorize the current event slot? I have no idea what that means.
Here you go. Bullseye.
Nice.
I feel more like a combat model these days.
I'm wondering what that meant by memorize the event slot. I don't know. Yeah, Ziggy is healing EP. Maybe it's because he's in reserve. That's not gonna work, dude. Was there something else over here? I thought there was another path going this way. But nope, can't go that way. Oh, now what? Oh no. We've been trapped. Okay, what kind of thing are you?
I'll take care of support.
We are actually surrounded. Oh great. Okay, so BB for those guys. Ow! Ow! Didn't mean to do that.
Ether drive.
Oh, well, I'm glad I did that.
Mystic powers, grant me a miracle.
Unleash a fragment of that power.
Here I go. I'm sorry.
Ow. Oh, this sucks.
Ether drive.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I should have been using my own boost, but no.
Eat this. Eat this.
And you're dead. Good. Hopefully this will take you out.
Eat this.
Yes, okay, good.
Looks like I had a little too much fun.
No, not really, no. And that kind of worries me, but I do, that's why I made sure to give everybody revive. So that if such things happen, okay, but everyone heals up afterwards, so good. Hopefully we're not surrounded this time. Yes, we are.
May we be victorious in this battle.
Oh boy. Because these guys in the back are probably my biggest threat here.
Eat this.
Ow. Okay. And yet, down you go.
All right, let's keep going.
Definitely gotta use my boost in these kinds of situations. That's kind of forcing the issue at this point. Okay, so heal herself. Dang it. I thought didn't think I was in the path of that.
May we be victorious in this battle.
Jeez. Well, that's lovely. Oh, I didn't even see you there.
Bye-bye.
Well, thankfully that didn't do much. Might as well see what weak against ether. Good. Okay, so things are just gonna keep spawning in, huh? One, and two, and three.
I'm glad I could help.
And that's why I'm keeping her in instead of putting Ziggy in, because she is contributing. I was convinced that there was something on the other side, but maybe not. Oh, there's a save point. And it looks like Ziggy's healing 4 EP per fight. That's fine. Saving now. After almost dying, I'm definitely saving at this point. Up we go. Sphere, which is basically the tent. I thought I was going to fight the crane, but nope, something else popped up. Oh boy.
Don't worry. We won't lose.
So you say. Might as well see.
Ether drive.
See what you got. Versus ether. Stuff and things. Octoray. Alright. You know, during the first game when I did this, the streams were usually about 4 hours. I was planning on doing about the same thing. I'm amazed that I can even target you. Ooh. Another stock, because I can. I don't appreciate you targeting Momo with that. Ow!
Unleash a fragment of that power.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I wonder what that did for me. Ray again. Okay. Healing now.
Ether drive.
Here you go. Bullseye.
So you're currently broken, which means I can do that. Except I couldn't really take advantage of it.
Mystic powers, grant me a miracle.
That.
Here you go.
So you're broken. And you're downed. Oh, you have 19 health left. Okay, fine.
We won.
Wasn't even paying attention to how much health you had left. Auxiliary armor B. I still don't know how to even equip that. It's probably for the mech. I'm pretty sure Ziggy didn't get that 200 those C points, did he? No, he did not. Dang it. I hope there's a way to grind that stuff, because that would be a nice thing to have. Sorry, Mr. Crane. I had to do it. You're... Okay, I was about to say, hey, hello. Dang it.
I wonder how long you'll survive.
Yeah.
CC then, alright. Go. And of course you tried to boost, but it didn't matter because you're dead. Oh, hello.
There is no choice but to fight.
I only have one boost here. Yeah, you lived. Oh. Okay. Okay, I did get that one off in time. And took you out anyway.
Sayonara, baby.
Level! Okay, and I'm noticing now only Ziggy's the only one that's getting the ether restoration. He's also getting HP restoration as well. That's good enough reason to switch him in. Just so to give people a little bit of a break here and there. Because if they're healing after each fight, if they're in reserve, that's good enough for me.
You can't get away from my sensors.
Okay, so it is double C.
Mystic powers! Grant me a miracle!
You need to die now. Except you're not, because you have better defense than I'm giving you credit for. Yay for evasion. And I can switch you in whenever.
Okay.
Right, I do have that swimsuit equipped with Ziggy. That's funny. I have no idea what null-type status effects are anyway.
Here I go.
Yep, down you go.
Alright, let's call it a day.
I wonder if Chaos got experience for that, or if he just, or is it only the ones that actually finish the fight? Or yeah. Another save point. Anything else in here? Doesn't appear to be. Oh, apparently I got fully healed from that too. Nice. Alright, number 6. 4 intruders confirmed. Oh dear. What? Okay. Say we had to go to the rooftop of this place. I recall this now. No. Now that I think about it, this is no. Okay, you already have that equipped. Never mind. Run! Well, the thing is, I wouldn't be grinding for levels. I'd be grinding for like S points and C points if the game allows it.
You're looking well. You remember me, right? My name is Richard. Let that name burn in your mind as you die.
And then there's the other guy.
May we be victorious in this battle.
Okay.
Return the 100 series.
So apparently these things don't have zones.
Now, hand over that puppet.
For some reason, you're not attacking. I'm not sure why, but I'll take it, I guess. Oh, you're the one that's attacking. Okay.
It's pointless to resist.
Yeah, whatever. Feel like maybe I should be attacking that one since that one's actually fighting back, but...
Here we go! Bullseye!
Okay.
Now, Richard, don't be rash.
Yay, dodging. Dang it. Have you...
Let's go!
Heal. Healing's not good, but it exists.
Here we go! Bullseye!
Even I couldn't.
And down you go. Okay. Might as well see if we actually have zones. It doesn't look like you do, though.
Mystic powers! Grant me a miracle!
Ow.
Here we go! Bullseye!
Okay. Let me have you heal again.
Grant me a miracle!
Definitely gonna need to heal. You know what? Might as well do that now.
Mystic powers! Grant me a miracle!
Bang! That was a lot of damage there. Filled with thunder ether. Oh dear.
Deploying armor field.
Oh great. Great, you have armor now. Ow.
Mystic powers, grant me a miracle.
Smashy.
Mystic powers, grant me a miracle.
Apparently, that's an L-type thing that Chaos has on him right now. I still don't know what that means. Critical! Critical!
I feel more like a combat model these days.
Whew. Nice. Not sure what would have happened if I had focused on the guy on the left first, but it got the job done. And now there's a third one.
Stand down, you two. I'll take care of the rest.
Oh, it's you. We're actually fighting you? Oh my.
It's pointless to resist.
Turn over the 100 series at once!
What if we say no? Because that person is saying no. Whoever that is. Kanan?
That craft! Kanan?
Get down.
Darn right it's Kanan!
I've got you!
You've got nothing.
Wait, what's going on? The controls aren't responding. How can this be?
We've got no choice. Richard, Herman, abort the mission. We're withdrawing.
Don't come back!
Jeez, man. If you were gonna save us, you could have shown up a bit sooner.
I'm surprised to hear you whine so much. Further enemy pursuit appears unlikely for the time being. I'm heading back. I'll see you around, Rubido.
I already told you I'm Guinan Jr. now. Get that through your thick head.
It's hard to shake my past image of you.
Do you know him?
Apparently.
Yeah. He's an old acquaintance.
And unit number 666 were conjoined twins.
Really?
Apparently it happens on rare occasions, even with artificial...
And souls find peace, even if it is but a short one.
Okay, then.
I guess I owe them my life.
So you've known Chaos for a long time, too? Can I also call you Rubido, too?
I'm not sure if that's a good idea, Momo.
Sorry, it's just,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's just... I don't have a lot of good memories of that name.
Oh. You and Ziggy don't like your original names very much, do you?
Bad memories.
Names tend to link themselves to memories, both good and bad. I have a feeling that old man over there has a lot of baggage himself. Besides, I think old man over there seems to like being called Ziggy.
Oh, I hope he does.
Even though it kind of sounds like something you would call your dog.
Ooh, okay then. Meanwhile...
The Zohar Project?
Right. The situation is grave. The Gnosis phenomenon is spreading at an ever-increasing rate. More than 120 star systems have already been eradicated.
That's a lot.
In fact, it's been difficult to keep secret thus far.
How do you keep that a secret?
Worst-case scenario projections indicate that if this continues, humanity will only have a few years before it's completely wiped out by the Gnosis.
Yes, I understand that. Thank you. But tell me how this relates to Cosmos.
This way.
This is incredible.
The Cosmos Tertiary Weapon System. It was developed to prevent the worst-case scenario from ever happening.
And just what do you classify as worst case?
The destruction of everything?
The Zohar Project is a massive undertaking whose ultimate goal is to eradicate the Gnosis from the cosmos. To do this, we know we must salvage the original Zohar that's sleeping on Milsha. Our studies over the past half-century have revealed the Zohar to be this dimension's ultimate energy device. But there is also a problem. The Zohar Center, or rather the core unit that controls it, is a double-edged sword.
What do you mean?
This is the phenomenon known as Udu. Beyond the initial loss of the core unit, we have no details on how it occurred. But we do know, however, that this is what made Milchan space the way it is today, and that this phenomenon is also responsible for the appearance of the Gnosis.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that even more Gnosis might show up?
Might?
We can't be certain, but it is a definite possibility.
So you're outfitting Cosmos with this. Those shoulder units, they're a phase transfer system, right?
Now I see why they called you the Flower of First Division, Chief Uzuki.
I didn't come here for jokes.
Sorry, I'll continue. This was originally designed for use on the Archetype, but it's been refitted for use on the current Cosmos. The system radius is 130 nanometers.
130?
Can you control it accurately at that scale?
Yes, with the help of the Tactical Sim Lab. That's why we had Cosmos moved here.
And if I refuse to turn her over?
This project has been officially commissioned by the government. Being chief of software development doesn't give you the right to refuse us.
I imagine not.
Look, I know there's a lot about Cosmos' recent activation that worries you, but rest assured, everything's going to be fine. Headquarters has taken a good look at Cosmos activity records up to now. They firmly believe this can be done, and so do we. Everything is ready to go.
I suppose the only thing I can do now is trust you.
We can do this. Besides, this system was designed at First Division by none other than Kevin Winnicott himself.
Fine. We'll transfer Cosmos to the 2nd R&D Division today at 1400 hours. I'll send the paperwork along later. Please send requests for any specific needs to my personal address at First Division. I'll have Alan take care of the software. If there's anything you don't understand...
We'll contact you. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, that's, Shion's definitely not happy about this.
for the sake of humanity?
Yes, you might even say that's the reason she was born. Her awakening will lead humanity toward the future. I can hardly wait until that time comes.
This transport is part of Cosmos equipment too, right? A craft that can interact with hyperspace on its own without using a UMN column. Is this going to save humanity too?
In a broader sense, I suppose. It might come in handy for her someday. You'll probably laugh when you hear me say this, but I believe, no, I want to believe that she'll be more than just some wanton instrument of destruction. I hope the future that she builds will be one swept clean of our differences. An ideal world, free of destruction or slaughter. Sounds funny, doesn't it?
No, no. It's just that your eyes, Kevin, they were so lit up just now that you look like a child.
I can't help it. I guess I'd better watch myself during the public test.
Well, to be honest, I can't wait to see her wake up too.
I agree that I was also thinking that it felt weird to see Shion without her glasses. I'm wondering how long that lasts.
Chief! Wait up, Chief! Hey, what's wrong with you? You're acting strange today.
Nothing's wrong. It's the same old me.
Where are you going, then?
Into the city for a bit. It's been a long time, so...
A long time? Oh, right. Isn't your house,
Yeah. It's in 8th District. Listen, Alan, don't take your eyes off Cosmos, okay?
Yeah, of course. Why?
She doesn't trust those people, that's why.
There is definitely something wrong with her today.
Well, having to turn over Cosmos can put a damper on anybody's mood. Okay. Oh. Okay. Shion's level 16. Okay. And she has limited attack range, kind of like Momo does. Alright. Interesting. Alright, time to give her the healing and whatnot. Let's see. Where was the... Yep, here's the room. There we go. Okay, I do have options. Don't know where all this stuff is. Aha. Saving, and I'm guessing the blue one might be a shop or something? Oh. Huh. Okay, and we still have this mechanic. Okay. Given that there was the other thing, the red door and the one item that I couldn't get to for some reason. Don't know if all the enemies are still around, but...
Here we go. Here we go.
Apparently I never went this way. Not sure if this was available before, but it is now. Aha! And that's how I get to here. Okay, good. Push the button. And that opens that too. Cool. So, was this thing worth the trip? Not really. Okay, and apparently I can exit whenever. Angle of the skill navigator? Oh. Okay, it's not important, but it's neat, I guess. Well, I think part of the reason she's level 16 is probably to help compensate for all the experience that everyone else was getting. I'll get in one fight and then I'll move on. The fact that she's by herself is probably not the best idea.
I'm taking you down.
Or maybe it doesn't matter because she's over-leveled for this.
Miyuki's new invention's not bad at all.
So if I have access to that, that's probably a good way of grinding the S points, I guess. Alright, curiosity satisfied on that front. So is this a shopping complex or is this something else? Okay then. What is that? Oh. Yeah, sure. Well, that's not complicated. I think everyone has the same ether skills right now. Oh, is that right? Goodness knows, people probably there's some people that feel that way about medicine today. Nothing special here. Alright, that's everything there. So, I would think that apparently that could make a stronger healing something or other? Perhaps? Hello, Mr. Bunny. Say what? No. The Global Samaritan Campaign sponsored by Second Millship. The GS path? Yeah, sounds interesting. Okay, side questing. Alright, so nothing there yet. Fine. So this is basically there to give me incentive to talk to everybody. Basically. Well, sorry. Can't interact with that. Didn't see this door before. Of course. Oop. Item. Boost max. And another segment. This. So, has anyone actually showed up in this thing yet? Appears not. Fine. Not sure what I'd be getting from that if I pursued this GS path thing. But it's there. That's another one. And I'm not in control anymore. Oh, really? Segment file! Haha! And what is this? Secret key 3? At least it shows when I've actually let's see, unlocks the level 1. Oh, that unlocks a class skill. Oh. Huh. Wow. Okay, I like that. I like that. Ah. Can I... Nope, I can't learn that yet. But it's there. That's a nice one to have. Recover EP when I use stocks, of which for people like Momo and Xion, that's definitely something that I'd probably be doing, given their attacks, what their attacks are like. Okay. Do you have anything else to say by chance? Oh, right, it was that guy. Okay, yeah. I remember him now. We'll see how many of those things I end up finding. The Cook Sanctuary. Really needed to make a separate cutscene for that.
Hey, boss. Hi.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Xion. You sure grown up since the last time I saw you. You were still in high school, right?
Yes. Sorry I haven't kept in touch. I guess you moved over here, huh?
Yeah, there's no stopping the redevelopment around here. I figured I'd at least try to keep the inside looking the same, though.
Right. It wouldn't be Moby Dick's if it was any other way.
Well, have a seat. You want the usual?
Please. Actually, I'm kind of hungry, too.
You got it. So, are you off today?
I wish. No, unfortunately, I'm working. I've got business at the 2nd Division.
Ah, right. You with Vector now. Your brother was telling me about that.
What? Jin comes here?
Sure. All the time. Wait, you haven't seen him yet?
No.
You've come this far. You ought to at least try paying him a visit.
Not you, too. You know I have a hard time dealing with my brother.
Well, speak of the devil.
Huh?
Wow! Just look at this place. Chaos! It's perfect! It feels just like the Pequot, doesn't it?
Xion.
Well, isn't this random?
What are you two doing here?
Well, we were starving, so...
So, we ended up here.
So, you all know each other?
Yeah, kinda.
They've crossed paths.
Kinda. What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just a little rattled.
Rattled? About what?
Shion's just got family matters on her mind today, right?
Among other things.
Huh?
Well, it turns out I guess I need to be here to
My
advance the plot.
apologies for being late.
I'm glad you could make it. Oh, Shelley, Mary, look at you. You're all grown up.
Long time no see, Helmer. Mary, show some respect.
It's all right. It makes me feel like I've got a couple of daughters. Tell me, Mary, are you still working on your act?
Yeah. Right now we're kinda busy, but pretty soon I'm gonna be the best comedian in this star cluster.
Oh, really?
Even
Now?
if my sister won't be my partner. You know, I've been thinking about recruiting the little master.
That sounds great. I think he'd be perfect.
Right.
I'm afraid I don't have good news. There's been some disturbing activity, and not just from the remnants of UTIC.
Yes.
Under the circumstances, the peace treaty was our only choice 14 years ago. But it was hardly a unanimous decision. Now, we're starting to see the strain from that within the Federation. According to Captain Roman's report, certain factions have begun showing signs of armed rebellion. The Second Miltian government is on full alert. I'd like all of you at the Foundation to be appropriately cautious as well. After all, with the Zohar emulators and the 100 series prototype in your possession, you've become the focus of a great deal of attention.
Hey, I beat the first
Master
game.
Guinan, I've brought Momo.
The 100 series prototype.
Of course. Send her in.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the 100 Series Observational Unit Prototype. Designation, Momo. The preliminary examination of my internal data is now complete.
A 100 series Realian.
You're the enhanced memory model, aren't you? Nice to meet you.
She does look more like her than the mass-produced ones do.
Yes. She's just like Dr. Mizrahi's late daughter.
The hand of fate is a mystery. Thank you, Momo, for overcoming so much in order to come here. Soon you will undergo analysis at the UMN Control Center. We intend to do everything in our power to support the process. Please, just try to relax and fulfill your duty.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for your concern.
Negredo, I have something I need for you to do.
You want reconnaissance, don't you?
Sorry.
No need to apologize. It is my family's responsibility.
I guess I shouldn't be that surprised that I'm the only one playing it. Xenosaga is probably not the most well-known series out there. Although I would think that, like,
where are you?
Xenoblade might have called attention to it somehow.
Nigredo. Well, hello then. You sound like you're doing well, unfortunately.
And you're glib as ever. What's wrong? Are you lonely, little baby?
Oh, I'm just doing a little information gathering. Of course, it still isn't too late for us to come to terms.
Oh, so now it's peace talks, huh? Didn't McCartney say that too? Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony. But I know your true form. Executioner.
I shed that skin long ago.
Is that so? You sure you're not just hanging around Rubido because you're waiting for the chance to carry out your mission? I'll be borrowing Rubido soon. I don't need you, though. Still, I look forward to your efforts nonetheless. Wait. No!
Oh my! Okay.
Scary, scary. You've always been two-faced, you know. Offering life in the one hand, delivering death in the other. Too bad I can't die.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Albedo still same as ever.
To link with Udu no matter what. Still, what does he want with Rubido?
This rocks!
I get it. So this is where your curry comes from.
Figured it out, huh? By the way, how's Momo? Is she done already?
They told us the main examination will start tomorrow. There don't seem to be any problems.
Yeah, so since we had some free time, we thought we'd visit the city.
I see.
Don't talk with your mouth full,
What
dude.
about you? Did you turn over Cosmos already?
Yeah. I had Alan take over the process. It might take some time, though, depending on what else crops up.
Did something happen over there? You don't look very happy.
You know how it is. We've been together for a long time, so saying goodbye is, well, you know.
That tough, huh?
Well, yeah. Think about it. What if you had to give up your precious Caliscope? How would that feel?
Oh, that would be tough. My wallet and my heart would both grieve.
Told you.
Please, do you really have to compare Cosmos to Junior's collection?
It's the best comparison to be made, I guess.
Good afternoon, boss.
Hey, welcome back. What a coincidence.
Hello, Jin.
Just now, Shen was... Huh?
And she's gone. I feel like I shouldn't be surprised. Ah, okay.
You're praying?
Hiding.
Your chest? You're playing the drums? I give up. What are you trying to say, Xion?
Oh, dear.
So loud.
Xion? And a voice I've heard somewhere before.
Awkward.
Oh, hi. Long time no see.
I'm Jin. Jin Uzuki. Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure's mine.
So, you're both with Xion. Tell me, has my foolish sister been causing you trouble?
Oh, dear.
Foolish?
Here we go.
Quite the opposite. You know, we're actually very much in her debt.
Truly. You know, you don't have to be nice just because she's here.
Jin, really?
Jin?
It appears I'm not very welcome here, am I?
Oh, come on. I didn't say that. I just...
Hey boss. I'll have what they're having, please. Extra spicy.
Hey, listen to me when I'm talking to you.
I am listening. So, what were you saying?
Forget it. It's just not worth it.
You know, you could have called me. I would have come to meet you. So, how long are you here anyway?
I was busy. The only reason I'm here is because I got a sudden assignment. I have to spend tonight getting ready for the return trip.
Huh? Hey, I thought you said... Ow!
Never mind. It's nothing, really. Oh, I wonder who that could be.
Hey, Chief. How's it going? Listen, about Cosmos, it looks like the tertiary equipment code's gonna take a little while. Probably about 2 or 3 days at least, I'd say. So I guess we could just take it easy for a while, okay? Chief? Is something wrong?
Nothing's going right for her right now, is it?
I'm guessing this isn't a practical joke.
What?
Nothing. Your timing is so perfect. Thank you.
Huh? Wait, Chief.
I see. So, you'll be taking it easy for a while, hmm?
Okay, fine. I'll come back home, all right? Will that satisfy you?
Oh, right. Would the two of you like to come visit? It's not far from here.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know. It's a family reunion. We'd probably just be in the way. Wouldn't we?
I'm not sure if Xion's asking them to come along or for them to stay away.
Up on your offer, just for a little while.
So, are Chaos and Junior in the group now? Yes, they... Oh, Jin's in the group too! Okay, I was not expecting that. Okay, then. Oh, hold on. There might be a little hidden something or other in here somewhere, maybe. But it doesn't look like it. destructible things, which means there might be hidden stuff. Oh. Oh, well, that's something. Is that part of the GS path or something? Aha. Okay. Not sure what, if and when all this stuff will become relevant, but it's there. Not sure how much time I'll be spending on these side quests, but it's there. Is there anything else over this way? Oh, there's something. Ah. Oh, the Durandal? Right, okay. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Spaceport? No. Yep, there it is. Time for some more awkward family tidings.
Wow, chaos! This house is made of wood!
Yeah. And look at that. It's amazing. This place is a bookstore.
Yeah, that's Jin's thing.
This is so antique! It's too bad Guinan isn't here to see this!
I knew it.
And Xion doesn't like a bit of it.
Hang on, Jin. What is this? I thought you opened a doctor's office.
What's with you? What happened to, it's good to be back home, big brother?
Sure, if this were a normal home. What happened here? Don't tell me you got bored and changed professions again. Honestly, you've never kept a job for more than 6 months.
Look, in this day and age, doctors are mostly just conversation partners for the elderly. In other words, counselors. I mean, aside from mental illness, everything can be cured with medicine or nanotechnology. There's nothing left for me to do. So why go to all the trouble of running an expensive medical practice just to chat with people? I can do that in any business. And if I can sell some stuff, that'd be just a bonus.
Oh, please. You just wanted to use your hobby to cut yourself a tax break. As if you actually invested much in your medical practice anyway. And what's up with these mountains of books? There is no way these were any less expensive. Where in the world did you get them all anyway?
Be careful with those, Junior.
Half of them have been resting in Grandfather's storage for years. I'm sure you at least looked through them when you were a child. The rest are from customers. There are a lot of people with obscure tastes around here, you know. Building a collection is easier than you think. Now, shouldn't we attend to our guests?
What? Oh. I was so shocked at what you've done that I completely forgot. Chaos? Junior, come on and
They've helped themselves.
I thought I'd go ahead and get these.
Oh, thanks, Xion. Come on, Junior. Let's go in.
Come on! What about these?
buy all the books you want later. Come on.
Oh boy.
Oh, and as for Pleroma, I went ahead and had it destroyed. I realized that the fortress was named after the immigration ship from Earth. However, we simply can't let something tainted by the Federation just float around out there. It's not a good policy. I suppose next time I could consider your feelings before eliminating such an historical relic.
Don't be absurd, Sellers. Our current patriarch chose that name in his madness. As for my feelings, I couldn't possibly care less.
The Patriarch's madness? That sounds like something you'd say.
Margulis, what do you need?
Pellegrini. Soon Albedo will break old Miltia's seal. And the Patriarch will order the immigrant fleet to begin its invasion. All of this in order to secure the original Zoma.
And you want me to act as point?
No. You will operate on your own. The Commander and I both desire this of you. Don't forget to tell Richard and Herman. You three had better not fail me again.
Yes, sir.
Yep, we'll be seeing them again at some point.
And so, you're saying you want to help them?
Yes.
I can't condone that. It sounds to me like they're a couple of skilled professionals. It would be foolish for an amateur like you to get involved.
An amateur? I've already made a difference, right?
Anyway, get some rest. Tomorrow we'll go pay our respects to Mother and Father.
Wait a minute, Jin. Not this again. I've already told you I'm not going to their graves. No, I absolutely refuse.
You're still their daughter. Since you're here, you should at least put flowers on their graves out of respect.
Just stop it. I can't believe we're talking about this again. Mom and Dad aren't even in those graves. You know just as well as I do where they are. Right? You and I were the only ones there that day. And if you had only been there sooner, they'd still be... I'm sorry. I didn't mean to... Either way, I'm still not going to their graves.
Well, isn't this awkward?
Well, I'd better get going. They're probably waiting for me, so
I'm very sorry you had to see that. It's a little embarrassing.
Oh no, don't worry. Are you guys okay?
Oh yes. We're still brother and sister after all.
I'm sorry, but would you mind if I stayed here tonight? Of course, I don't want to intrude.
You're not intruding at all. Please, you are welcome. Shion will be delighted you're staying.
Well, it's alright with me. Momo wasn't getting analyzed till tomorrow. Just come by then and we should be okay.
I will. Thanks. you all right?
Sounds peaceful, doesn't it? On nights when I can't sleep, I find it easier to relax here.
It's Shion, isn't it?
Well, yes. It's been 2 years since we've seen each other. I've always thought of her as a child, but she won't... I think she must have gotten that from our grandfather. So, what is it you want to ask me? You've got something on your mind.
Jin. About Utic. Are you still...
Ah, that. 14 years. It's like so long ago, but it feels like it was only yesterday. It seems that fate won't allow me to escape that curse. Or perhaps I brought it upon myself. The human race began its existence as a simple flock of hunters and gatherers. Eventually, we learned to control fire, and from fire, we obtained the power of the blade. Our consciousness constantly changes form in its unending search for the future. When a man finds a guiding light, he runs to it, sometimes forgetting its true nature in the process. Perhaps we humans are like moths, aimlessly flitting around the inviting candlelight,
And getting
unaware
burned
of the
by it.
outcome that awaits us.
Jin.
I'm sure she's caused you all kinds of problems. I know she's a problem. But please, take care of her for me.
It's not like that.
I wasn't able to be with her when she needed me most. And now, thanks to that, I still can't let myself get close to her again. I think perhaps... I'm afraid. I'm afraid that if I try to get any closer, she might turn me away, shut me out,
Sounds like she's doing that already.
and cut me off as her brother.
Don't worry. Shion talks about you all the time. If you ask me, she doesn't seem like the type of person who'd cut off her family.
She probably adds the phrase, no good, when she talks about me, doesn't she?
Well, sometimes.
You know, it's strange. I feel like I can talk to you about anything, Chaos. It's like you're much older than you look, as if you'd been alive for hundreds of years.
Oh no, I just like to take things easy. Junior makes fun of me for it. He always says, Chaos, you are so slow.
Sorry to keep you.
You look like a different person when you're not in uniform.
Yeah, she not in uniform. That's different.
Does it look bad on me?
Oh, not at all. You look great.
Thanks.
You sure you want to leave without saying goodbye to your brother?
Yeah. We talked yesterday. Honestly, I don't know what I would say if I saw him. You know, I'm sorry I can't be there for Momo's analysis. I've just got a lot going on right now. I can't leave Alan by himself. Plus, I'm worried about Cosmos too.
It's alright. Don't worry about it. The analysis itself isn't all that problematic. Besides, everyone from the Foundation will be there.
Okay. Wish Momo luck for me.
Sure thing. See ya.
Am I back in control yet? Okay. And you know what? I think I'm going to take this moment to save, and I think I'm going to end things off here, because if I don't save now, I don't know when I'll be able to go to another spot, when I'll find another save point, or be able to come back to this one. So I guess join me next time when we see how much gameplay I'll actually have. So I kind of knew that going in, just from the last game. So I guess until then, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice night.